Alright, mic is on. Getting chat open. Man, I remember when I used to just start my stream in-game while I was playing. Not that I hate having a chat. I just remember when I used to stream and not have to worry about it. Even though it's sort of the antithesis of why you stream in the first place, I'm just saying. I wish I didn't need so much extra shit in order to do the things that I wanted to do. I wish having that functioned well was something that was easy. Because I still didn't get it fixed yet. I was going to send it in on Monday like I had said on my last couple streams, but the guy got really busy because one of the local businesses that he helps had a bunch of shit that corrupted the internal database of their computers, and that is obviously more important than random people, because that's like that company is losing money every single time that their network isn't working properly. And that's all he does, is go and work on computers, scan them for problems, and try and determine if it's a hardware issue or something. Do I need to say more as to why I don't like spears that much endgame? When a full tornado didn't even break his arms off? No matter though, at least with the whole computer part, I'm still gonna stream. The only reason I didn't stream the past couple days is because I was playing the game with a friend, or a new friend I should say. I only met him last week. And sometimes I just don't like streaming that, because when I like actually just go to straight up help people, a lot of the time there's periods of 30 minutes or so where they're doing stuff in their inventory, and I just go and do random encounters. Tornado will never be a good late game skill as long as things like that are in the game. It's never going to be a good skill. You physically cannot use it on 90% of the things in the game at the end of the game. Because unlike the thing that should have the Mystic Art that gives it damage resistance for more attacks, the dual swords have that instead. The things that shouldn't even need super armor to function well. Because the weapon that actually does need the damage reduction from consecutive attacks doesn't have it. So you just get fucked by every single enemy in the game, late game. And I'll show you why. If I had waited any longer to do that ability, I would have gotten punished. And if I had done it earlier, I would have still gotten hit. There's no winning with the spear, no matter what type of enemy you're fighting. Literally, if it isn't in the first playthrough, the spear is garbage. Because it relies so heavily on being able to trade with enemies. That's why I understand why I had such a hard time beating the end game the first time I ever got to it, back when I had my first playthrough. Just because this shit, you don't do any damage, dude, and that's the problem. Even if I wasn't being damage debuffed right now, I have 2 attack buffs. 1 damage debuff is greater than 3 attack buffs combined. And you're gonna get debuffed by something. There's no perfect world where you don't get debuffed by these guys. And now it's like I'm basically dead now, because he put sloth on me. He put sloth, damage down, and key recovery, so I basically can't do anything. Cool. What a fun game. What a fun game that allows you to use all the different weapons. And this skill totally helps. Jesus, what the fucking Christ? How did I get hit? I was holding the block button. I have 100% immunity to firearms. I have fucking 50% or more damage resistance. How the fuck are you expected to do? It's been 7 minutes, and I haven't done anything but get kicked out of the abyss immediately upon entering it, because it's so fucking bullshit. Yay. I tried to use a different weapon type and got punished for it. I need to find a new co-op game to play. Because this shit is just fucking annoying at this point. Oh, you want to fight this enemy? Well, guess what? You can't, because it does so much fucking damage. And you don't do shit. You have 100% resistance to multiple damage types, and you still can't fucking get through the abyss because everything just hits you for so hard. And then we nerf critical living weapon because we don't want you completing it that fast. We don't want you completing the stuff that we added to the game in your own speed. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna take away your ability to do that. We're going to take away something that's been in the game since the game came out because so many people used it to beat the thing that we added into the game that made the game not be able to use 90% of its mechanics. This is the Dark Souls problem. You can't use the mechanics because everything does so much fucking damage and defeats the purpose of everything that you can't do anything. Like, what am I supposed to do about this enemy? What am I... It hits me half of the time, even when I'm dodging. Also, motherfucker, I thought that stupid bullshit didn't stun me if I had no damage or no guard break damage from projectiles on, but it fucking doesn't. So whoever said that was a fucking liar. Don't you just love using one skill over and over again? Because, oh wait, no, it's not the only way you can play the game. Because the game will just punish you for trying to do that. Oh, we're sorry, you wanted to actually play the game? Well, we developed enemies that don't allow you to play the game. So, have fun. Have fun dealing with ridiculously overpowered enemies that kill you even when you're using a min-max build. So great. Definitely makes me feel great about playing this game. And totally isn't why everyone just runs through these shithole fucking levels. Just put on catwalk, super, and just fucking tiger running. Just run through the entire level. Oh yay, I can't use that now. Because super ran out because I got detected by an enemy. Jesus fucking Christ. Does it ever stop with these maps? Literally, this map is just fucking stupid. There's no single place to be safe. Everything aggroes everything else. It's retarded. I can't even fucking use Supa because it goes away in a quarter of a fucking second because enemies are detecting me. Like that. And the enemy knows I'm around the corner. Of course it does. I can't use anything. Can't use anything in the game unless I have 200 of the stat that requires me to use that thing. Everything just fucking defeats the purpose of everything in this bullshit. It's not even remotely fun to have to run through entire levels because every enemy kills you in 2 hits and every single weapon relies on skills that rely on super armor and having more than 2 seconds to hit the enemy in order to deal damage. Like, what do they honestly expect you to do? Honestly. I would love to see the developers' insight on this. I really would. I'd love to talk to one of the stupid fucking clowns that work at Team Ninja and be like, what is your build to go through this? Because I'm sure it's way fucking cheesier than what normal people fucking use. Like, come the fuck on. I doubt they clear their own levels. Half of those levels just feel like they just fucking just click their mouse 100 times in different areas and they're like, here's an enemy with a cannon here, enemy with a cannon here. Here, we're gonna stick 12 of these guys in one level, because that's difficulty, right? That's how you equate difficulty with progression in a level. You just add the hardest enemy in 20 times over, right? Right? Right, J-Chan? We forgot how to develop games when we got done with Ninja Gaiden 2. I guess we just smoked our fucking brains raw. My name is hipster fucking develop fucking round, or sorry, not round, square glasses. And looks like fucking Asian Skrillex. We develop ninja games, 'cause it's in our name. Didn't you want to play a ninja game where all you did is sit there and go like this? Oh, now you gotta run, because the enemy's caught up to you. You gotta run. You better run. Oh, now you go. Spam, 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 spam. Just spam that button, dude. That's how you do ninjas. Fucking so great. Awesome. I love the experience of not being able to clear levels and not being able to do anything in the game anymore. Because that's what the Abyss makes you feel like. Oh, you want to co-op with your friend? Well, we're going to punish you for dying by not putting any shrines in the Abyss that allow you to get your health bar back. And then we're going to make all the enemies harder, and then we're going to make the co-op boss even harder, on top of the fact we're going to add an extra enemy in, even on double boss fights. It's like, fuck off. It's not fun to sit there to try to reconnect to your friend for 3 minutes every goddamn time you want to do the Abyss. Clear all floors of the plane only to have the boss fucking one-round you. Both. Oh, what's that? You died because you committed to an attack which takes long, and we made that enemy have a punishing attack that makes it so you can't do that anymore. So fun, right? Doesn't that just change the way you play the game? Fucking retarded. An amateur game developer could come up with better fucking game design decisions than this. This is just retarded. Oh, better make him do his butt slam, because he'll punish me with it if I try to attack him otherwise. Gotta get my 2 hits in and then dodge. Oh wow, what a mechanically in-depth game. Holy shit. It's almost like there are fucking 10 other mechanics I didn't get to use. Oh wait, there is. So awesome. Cool, you drained all my ki in one attack because you have 4 swords. And 100% tracking. Cool, thanks for nerfing that skill, Team Ninja. Thanks for nerfing the only skill that made those weapons good besides Sign of the Cross. Thanks, Team Ninja. You definitely did it good. You did it best. All hail Team Ninjas. Team Ninja that doesn't make ninja games anymore and just makes games where you mash one button and run away. That's how it is if you want to play a ninja in this game. Because if you try to be Hayabusa, you don't get any of the cool skills which actually make him strong. You just sit there and attack like a normal retarded William. Because they were too dumb to add fighting styles to weapons instead of just having you press square in one moveset. You could have been like, oh, you want to fight Tachibana style, or you want to fight Sasaki style, or something like that. But no, weapons have one moveset, you use that moveset, and that's it in those stances. You can't swap out those attacks in those stances, even though there are other characters in the game which use different attacks from different stances that you don't have. Like again, Tachibana has completely different basic attacks for his stances than the normal character. But you don't get to use any of those. Even though it wouldn't even be tough to program them, literally all you would have to do is associate them with a button chain. Like, they made their own game have less depth than it could have, because they seem to put William in the position where he can somehow learn these random skills from a book. He can learn how to summon a tornado with his dual swords, but he can't learn how to vertically swing his normal katana down in mid-stance from Tachibana. That's how you game design. Fucking bothers the absolute fuck out of me. When other characters have completely different moveset styles that you don't get access to. In a game where your character is basically learning how to do all of this shit on the fly, but he can't learn from watching an example. And also, again, this is the reason why dual swords are fucking a joke now. Even if I had 200 skill, 200 strength, and 200 heart, I would still be hitting like a fucking wet noodle to that enemy. Because the moveset is so good that they just had to nerf it. So, instead of just spamming it once, because that's bad, you now have to spam it 4 to 5 times in a row on a singular enemy in order to get the same effectiveness out of it, because Team Ninja was so anal. Yet, you can fucking use a single katana and one-shot enemies, because that's much fairer. Meanwhile, the quick draw skill is going to have the highest skill damage perk in the game, but Whirlwind is not going to have any in the game. You don't get skill damage for that skill, the one skill that you do want skill damage for. Because who the fuck wants to spam Sign of the Cross 20 times in a row with a Sign of the Cross build? Honestly. The fucking late game in this game becomes so retarded and so redundant so fast. It's just not even fun anymore. I want to attack an enemy with my weapon, but I can't do that. I can't use my heavy armor to its advantage. I can't do anything in that regard. The game punishes me for trying to do that. I'm glad I'm doing a 200 body build, because I would already have quit if I wasn't. With how stupidly retarded everything is, health-wise, in this difficulty. Couldn't punish that. Can't punish this either, but I'm going to anyways. Can't punish that. No. 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 Now I understand why they buffed Renegade Dragon. I'm dead. No. I actually managed to dodge it with iframes. I'm dead. Oh, no. He didn't kill me. Wow. I forget that using an antidote when you have the stench on you makes you fucking vomit. Shouldn't have even used the antidote. Should have just used the living weapon. I'm just at one. I haven't gone any farther since my last stream, man. I haven't wanted to. Wait a second. I know it's gonna be a human boss, because those are the only bosses Team Ninja thinks are tough. So I gotta put this guy on, just to play the video game. Just in case it's a different boss. If it's a yokai boss, I can beat it without even looking at it for the most part. Unless it's two specific yokai bosses. Cool. Are you kidding me? Honestly, that was fucking horse shit. That's literally, I only didn't hit Psycho Magoichi because they nerfed the fucking Sign of the Cross hitbox for PvP. Fuck you, PvP. Every game you ruined for me. Come on! Fucking horse shit. All these fucking enemies. All fucking late game difficulty enemies are just fucking horse shit. It's like fucking attack when you're supposed to fucking attack, asshole. Don't sit there and wait because you know I'm fucking going behind you. That is so infuriating. Why even have a fighting style or a strategy to kill enemies if you're just gonna fucking remove them from the game because you make the enemies so fucking aware of every input? Oh, you press a button, the enemy's gonna block reactively upon you pressing a fucking button every time. That's how you make the game harder. Just make enemies fucking block. Or do this. Give them fucking multiple arms and stupid abilities that attack behind themselves. So that you can't punish them. Because what am I gonna stand in front of him to punish him? No. That works even worse. You just have to sit there and deal with being punished from behind with low damage shitty attacks. Because that's how you make stuff harder. Holy fuck, this game gives me an aneurysm at late difficulties. Need a lobotomy just to fucking play it. So horseshit. Oh, guess what? Guess who's gonna be behind this cloud? Who's gonna be behind this door? Oh, yeah, what a surprise. Wow, it's almost like they just shove them fucking everywhere. And then force you to find a way to beat them every time. Oh, you don't have enough place to circle around their back. How are you gonna beat them this time? Fucking retarded. I didn't want to turn my back. I didn't even unlock. It should have just relocked onto the enemy that was closest, but nope, it didn't, just to fuck me over in that moment. Of course it would. That's just how the fucking game works. Sorry if my shit's so fucking negative. This game brings out the negativity in anyone. And you have to play this kind of fucking bullshit late game. Oh, sorry, you wanted to do something? I hate attacks like that count as melee attacks and still put debuffs on me. I know, it makes the bosses look super fun when you take away all the video game mechanics that the bosses have, right? Isn't it just super fun? Just force you right into the hardest phase of the boss with no in-between? That's how you make a thing harder? That's where I will give Dark Souls credit. Even they aren't that fucking masochistic in later difficulties. In NG plus 7, you don't have to start fighting the boss in its third phase from the first phase. You fight it like the boss that you were introduced to. And I'm fine with bosses changing. That's not what I'm trying to say. But when you literally remove mechanics out of the bosses and ways to fight them because you know that that can be abused to actually fight the boss more effectively, you're just being a fucking asshole developer at that point. You're not even doing it for the right reason. You're just doing it to spite the players who play your game. It's like this shit. It's like that. enemy has an attack debuff and weaken weapons. So if I get touched by him once, I basically have to just walk around for 30 seconds and just stand here and wait until I can deal damage again. Oh, now I'm allowed to deal damage. Look at this damage. This is again another problem. The enemies have so much damage resistance. Why even have my damage that I have right now? Why go through this much effort to add so much damage resistance and so many variables that it just makes it the same as what you were playing fucking 3 difficulties ago? I'm literally dealing the same damage I would have dealt in Way of the fucking Demon. Like, come the fuck on. It doesn't make me feel like I've progressed, making me fight enemies that are fucking damage resistant. I don't mind fighting enemies that have hundreds of thousands of HP. Damage resistance, however, fucking triggers me. What great game design. Oh. I'm gonna say it's gonna hit me because I stood still for more than a half a second. Cool. Told you, yokai bosses, they aren't the problem. It's all the human bosses which you can't abuse any of the mechanics of because they all just go, I'm using living weapon for the entire fight. Fight me now. We designed this very well. Oh, you got all your shit to plus 50? We're just gonna take that mechanic away from you now. Have fun leveling up your gear using only one piece of gear to do it. We are the best. Fucking a-holes. Cool, I'd fight you if you were worth my time, but you're not. I'd do this level if it was worth my time, but it's not. It's just a fucking joke on an infinite loop. Really? He followed me all that way? Really? Again, why later difficulties in this game are dumb. Cool. I totally turned around to get hit in the back. That's exactly what I did. That's exactly the input that I pressed. Make the human enemies backpedal so much and give them so much ki they can basically do whatever the fuck they want. It's also great game design, considering that I'm limited on my amount of ki, and even if I have 200 heart, it doesn't matter, because the only stat that matters is having it up to 99. Cool. Why even have build variety in your game if you're just gonna delete it? Cool. Awesome. Cool, you're an awesome designed enemy. You're totally fun to fight. Yay. I'm so excited to fight 500 more fucking floors of those guys. Because they're not going to change anything. They already hit the brick wall of what they consider difficult. So they're just going to leave it the same for 900 or 800 more floors. Fucking need a whole audience to clap for me. Jesus Christ. What a lame-ass way to develop something. I used to think this was cool until I got to this part of it, where I understand completely why people abuse the fuck out of living weapon cheese. Stuff like this is another good reason. This boss is terribly designed. Cool, watch him back, yeah, I was gonna say, watch him backpedal like 8 times in a row just to use his living weapon. Oh, well, I died, cool. Cool, I totally died fairly as well. I pressed up. You can see where I pressed up on the fucking D-pad. You could literally play that clip back and watch the button get false clicked. Are you fucking kidding me? Fucking pile of garbage. This fucking dropping inputs ass game. You could see the input get dropped. That wasn't even a matter of if. You could literally just look at my fucking wheel and see it not do anything. Oh, they made him immune to the quick draw chain. We want you fighting the bosses the way we want you to fight the bosses, not the way you want to. And we're also going to make every boss with a spear have way better moves than what you can have with the spear. Like, oh, a tornado with an actual tornado effect on it? It's almost like that was the one that was designed to have the players get used. But no, probably some douche nozzle in development said that was too OP. Like, come the fuck on. This gets a tornado around it, but not the actual skill called tornado. Like, fuck off. I'm so done cutting this game any fucking slack. So fucking done with it. Everything's fucking bullshit. I'm debating on just starting another character soon. Or just going back to my old character I had started, because this shit ain't fun. Having bosses 2 to 3 shot me, left and right. having all of the bosses have shitty human movesets that involve living weapon. Granted, I've fought 2 yokai bosses in a row, but they were pretty much human bosses, just with yokai ki instead of normal ki. And living weapon bosses might as well just be a yokai boss, because it functions identically. It's, you can't stun me, but everything I do, you get affected by way more severely. It's ass. I don't like to have to use specific things. That was my whole reasoning behind liking Nioh in the first place. And when I tell people about it, that's normally the one thing I brag about, is the fact that you can use anything you want. But you can't late game. You just simply can't. You have to have a build specialized for the thing you're doing, and you only should do that one thing, or else you're done. You're just done. You're going to be sitting there for 30 minutes trying to kill every single fucking boss. It's like my friend Teddy was telling me in the call, not in the call, but we were party chatting, and he was like, is it really cheese if it's the only effective way to kill the boss? And because it's like, I call everything in Nioh cheese, but honestly, it's the only way to play the fucking game late game. So I don't even know if it qualifies as cheese anymore. I used to say living weapon was cheese, but it's honestly not. Unless you want to suffer through the same bullshit I'm suffering through, it's not cheese. I don't know, I hate to sound like such a bitch too, because there are other late game Nioh streamers who are just like, whatever, whenever they die to that shit or anything, but I don't know, I've never been the kind of person to not say when I feel something is stupid or bad or anything like that. So I am not Mr. Peppy Longstockings all the time. And I know I shouldn't force myself to play a game on my stream just because people want to watch. I shouldn't do that. I do it because I feel like I'm letting people down if I don't, because I don't play many games anymore. I used to play games day in, day out. Pretty much from the moment I woke up, I would either be playing a game or watching YouTube videos and playing a game while doing that, and just have videos like background noise or while I was doing something else. I don't know, it's, like I said, I need to find another single player RPG that I can dump some time into on PS4. I just don't know what I want to get. Because it's not that there isn't options out there, I just don't know what options I'll enjoy. I've always been very selective in my video games. And it's also the fact I've just got to accept that I, myself, as I'm getting older, have gotten worse at video games, so I can't expect to be as good as I was at them when I was younger. Because I used to beat games really fast, and that was before games even had all the help or in-game linearity that they used to, because open world games have always been my favorite since they became a thing. But then again, it's like I said, if I stream computer games, I really want to have a better computer to do it. And I need to get a gaming computer and need to get all that stuff set up and figure out how to stream on PC, because I've never streamed on computer before and I have no idea how to do it. I mean, I know about OBS and stuff like that, but I don't know about, like, encoder settings or how to set that stuff up. Make sure you're still running well while you're doing all of that, because need to get something that was, like, not necessarily dust proof, but something that I wouldn't have to maintain all the time, which isn't really the case for most nice computers, and I don't know how to build a computer myself. So that's another thing. I have no idea how to build computers or how to do anything like that. I never have. My last quote-unquote gaming computer, or computer that I ever had any parts interchanged with, I had my friend do it for me. So and he did a great job on it, because that computer lasted me like 5-6 years solid. But that was back in 2005 to 2008, stuff like that. I mean, that wasn't 5 years. I just used it past its lifespan, because obviously once 2007 and 8 came around, that's when the quote-unquote next generation of graphics cards and stuff like that started to come out, where games actually needed a lot of video memory to run properly. Because that wasn't how games used to be on the PC. A lot of games used to just use CPU power to help render that shit, because most things didn't have a huge dedicated graphics card. Most of the time what you got a graphics card for back when I was gaming is different kinds of shaders. Some would be compatible with certain, I can't even remember what they were, like shader models or whatever. Because funny enough, I remember when Spore came out, I had to upgrade, well, not I had to upgrade, but my PC wasn't up to par with that game, so it ran like shit, because I didn't have a GPU with the latest kind of shaders on it, or was compatible with the latest kind of shaders. Because I was telling my friend the other day, I find it funny that I still have my old computer that I used for World of Warcraft and stuff like that. It was one of the few things I brought with me just as like an heirloom more than anything else. I didn't keep it because I thought it was good or anything like that. I just kept it because I have so many memories of spending time on that computer. It wasn't an old Dell, if you were wondering. But it was an old Dell in the sense it was one of the ones that you ordered off of the internet back then. Well, you didn't necessarily order it off of the internet. You would go and you would you would call their service sometimes too to make sure that your thing was being put together on time. Because that's what I mean, I think they still do it where you can get gaming computers from Dell. Not that you would want to, because I mean then you get all this shitty Dell bloatware, but that's what most of my friends did when I was younger, and we got gaming computers for World of Warcraft and shit like that. Quote unquote, again, I say gaming computer in like quotations because they weren't gaming computers like now. They weren't that much powerful than your average machine. They just had more specialized hardware on the inside of them. Stupid wheel. Oh yeah, that's right. What the hell? Need to get myself a pair of Shishio swords. Probably would have been better if these were Shishio and Honokui. But then again, I don't know what I'd change. Just because the skill break would instead just be earth damage. Of course, skill break doesn't help me with ki damage, it just helps me break people's ki with God of Wind, human enemies specifically. The skill break one is really, really helpful. Oh my fucking god, I hate that shit so much. I really just need to put catwalking on already. Take off the stupid fucking blister beetle powders that don't do garbage in late game because you need to have 200 not 200 ninjutsu, but like 800 ninjutsu power and status ailment augmentation of 3 different things just to get it to even proc once. I really wish people didn't make nearly as many YouTube videos as they did about this game, because honestly, all of the nerfs are all their fault. computer wanted to restart. Sorry, I told it to wait an hour. If I'm still streaming, I'll just tell it to wait more. He jumped down the hole. That was good for me. I always hate updating my computer. That's another thing I hate about modern computers. Half the time you update your computer, you don't know if you can guarantee it'll be the same the next time you turn it back on. Fucking Windows 10. They've changed the we like to select another time menu like 5 times in the span of me owning the computer. Done. That totally hit me. Yeah, cool. He's gonna hit me on the way down too. Yeah. I would love to be able to dodge, but sadly his tracking is so overpowered that it doesn't matter if you dodge. Even on those long dash attacks that you think only go in a straight line, nope. He tracks those too. That hit me from... I was behind him and it hit me. Still. Cool. Cool. Human boss fights are fun. What the hell? Who the fuck is on my porch right now? Oh, it was just a cat. I saw the shadow of something on the porch and I was like, what the fuck? Just my neighbor's cat. I haven't seen them here in like a week. I don't know where the fuck they went, but their cats are still around, which weirds me out a bit. Oh, there he goes. Took him a minute to load in. My PS4 has been running like dog shit recently. Although I don't know if that's my PS4 or if that's just Nioh running like dog shit, which is causing my PS4 to run like dog shit. Jesus Christ, man. Damn it, I fucking Moonshadow. Sorry I don't spam buttons. Sorry I don't go like, this is how you play Nioh. I mean, it worked, so I guess it is how you play Nioh. Who was I? You thought you wanted to care about your button presses. Nah, just spam buttons, dude. You win. Here you go. Just spam buttons, dude. That's how you win. Wow, you're all the way up to floor 200 now? I wonder if I'll see your Revenant in any of these. This guy's always red. Nah. Holy shit, dude. Also, by the way, guard break, no damage from projectiles, only affects guns and bows. It doesn't affect them. It doesn't do any damage, but it still stuns the fuck out of me. You know what? Why am I fighting stuff? That's not what this game wants me to do. Wait. Really? How many have I had? Let me go check. 7. I found 7 treasure rooms so far. But I've also done a lot of backtracking. Well, I've already failed this. Shit, that was the wrong button. Okay, he can just spin around when he does that. I didn't fucking wait long enough. Didn't matter. I don't think it's luck-based. Unless you're not talking about the stat. I wonder if it is stat-based, though. I did figure out, though, when these things turn red, when the lights turn red when you get on one of the boats, it does mean that you're entering a harder version of that Abyss level. I mean, I had already guessed that before, but I couldn't confirm it until I got two of the same planes right after each other when I was doing it with a friend, and they had the same exact enemies and everything for the most part set up, just they were much, much tougher, even though it was pretty much the same floor. And that was the only thing I could correlate to them being that much stronger, because this was down at like floor 12 or 13 or something like that. So there is no reason that the enemy should have been able to kill my character, even though I was being nerfed. I love how you can kill them with water. I didn't hit him with the first sword. The sword in the left hand has shorter reach. Just because it's a shorter sword. An ethereal mirror. You not see me, dude? Oh, you didn't do the punishable. God fucking damn it. I just couldn't break his horn no matter what I would do. He always seemed to have the better fucking positioning. Really fucking hate those things. Just because their hitboxes are so unfair. It's not even that the moveset is unfair, because the moveset is just the normal Kusarigama mid-stance and low-stance attacks. But it's the fact that their hitboxes are so oversized and they're so ridiculously large. It just makes it way more of a problem than it actually is. And that's one of the reasons why I just use dual swords for pretty much everything, even if the ability is super nerfed. Because it's at least a guaranteed way you'll hit their fucking horn. And not just, oh, you missed. 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 You missed. You missed. If I put the axe on, I know what's going to happen the second I do it. Yeah, I'm not even going to do it. There's a boss I need the axe for in this. I can just swap to it after I die. Inevitably. I remember when I used to hit for more damage than this back in fucking Way of the Strong. I didn't even get hit by her once or damage down. I just don't deal that much damage to her. Whatever. So like I said, most of the yokai bosses, they're a joke because they have mechanics that make their fights easier if you know them. But the human bosses don't, because they don't have an easier mechanic if you know them, sort of thing. The only human bosses that have an easier mechanic is the ones that don't have artificial, I don't even know what you call it, artificial toughness or whatever. Things like Tachibana, you can just shoot him in his dumb head and he'll just fall on the ground every time, guaranteed. That's not the case for any of the ones that use a living weapon, though. I'll take Psychomagoichi any day. He's easy sauce. Basically fell onto my swords. I thought the little burp one would be fine. The little burp slash. But it wasn't. Luckily, Sign of the Cross is OP. Dang it. Who's it gonna be? Who am I gonna get? I still stayed blind to all of the tables for this, so far I'm not hating the selection of bosses that I've had to fight. Well, now I hate it. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it so much. I hate him so much. Auto slot for when the boss needs a mechanic to make it harder. Oh cool, he just dodges and slashes at me. Or pokes at me. Thrusts at me. I pressed the block button. It's so bullshit. Sometimes I dodge it, sometimes I don't. Honda's a damn joke without his stupid poke slash. And like I said, most enemies, they'll dodge backwards 2 to 3 times in a row. Just to make sure you can't continually be aggressive on them. Fuck Valley, my favorite. You better fucking stop that, dude. Get over here, dude. Get over here. That was a mistake in my hand. I hate these guys. What is my character pointing at? Smoking that fucking crack, William. Stop it. Oh my god. Really? All because he blocked me. He knife partied me. You wanna try? Really? He's aimed at me. Hello? That's what I thought. Still no Ashita Masamune with Night Rain on it, but wishful, can't I? Wishful thinking. Maybe. And maybe have it be 24.9%, because I'm cool like that. Really? You again? Didn't you learn your lesson last time? Look at all that Emerita. There we go. Found the sweet spot. Remember, you can do that skill in Living Weapon. I just never do because I think it's bullshit. Oh, that is a big mistake. Holy shit. I just need to get the Emerita from your horn, please. Please? Emerita from your horn, please? Why no, you no give Emerita? I can't hit Spoder? Hide. You soft serve dick cheese. I can do that too. Except yours is like way better. He's got the long arms. It reminds me of Titan. I think it was called Titan's Grip. Warriors from World of Warcraft. I think I've said that before. Except 4 two-handers instead of just 2. Yay. Hanzo and Sorry. I'm here. This is really fucking annoying. Holy garbage. What a garbage ass boss fight. Hanzo isn't even hard to kill, I just don't do any fucking damage. Ugh. Let me fucking die already. Come on. Jesus Christ, you're homing fucking shurikens. I was moving in a direction and he still fucking hit me with it. Unbelievable. I get nicked by his fucking laser beam and every fucking debuff in the world gets applied to me. Holy fucking shit. What a dumbass fucking double boss. I'm going to fucking enjoy this motherfucker. Keep pushing me out in front of your hitbox. I love it so much. You fucking dumbass way of making something that's not hard harder. Just make the boss's hitbox force you in front of it. No, you're not. You're not forcing me in front of this boss. I'm not letting you do it. Stupid fucking game. Cool. All right. On to the next debuff area. Are we gonna get lucky? And lucky not. God damn it. Plane of perpetuity, more like plane of perpetually fucking your ass. Plane of perpetual ass fucking. Alright. God damn it. You again. I went up 11 floors in an hour and a half. Alright, time to sell 90% of it. Sorry, I'm checking my computer real quick. Sorry, I'm trying to update my computer now while I do this. It's not as good as the one I have already. An enemy poisoned Yasakani. I want to keep it just because, but I don't know if that's actually worth keeping. Why so much Kaido armor? Plus value inheritance. Alright, my computer's restarting now. So I won't have chat until it turns back on. I don't know how long it's going to take to restart. A wooden sword, that's Susanoo. Great. Great. That's what I've always wanted. Totally not Nishida Masamune or anything like that. It's only plus 50. Dang it. Hopefully my computer's alright, it's not booting back up. Now I'm getting stressed out about it. I knew I shouldn't have shut it off. Oh, fuck. I think my computer's borked. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna mute my mic. Alright, so my computer finally booted. Oh, it said an application could not be run with this version of Windows. Exactly what I was saying just before I updated my computer. So I'm just gonna have to go into the MS config and turn that application off. In general. Alright, sorry for this inconvenience. I'm trying to get back to my dashboard. It's taking it a while because my computer's still doing update shit from boot. Sorry for all of this inconvenience. This is why I'm glad I don't stream from my computer though. Because Windows 10 updates always feel like they take fucking forever. My computer was at a black screen on startup for a good, like, I don't even know how long it was at startup for. It was probably at startup for like 3 minutes. And by startup I just mean the screen was just black. Because it's an HP, so when it starts up, the screen is like bright for a second. It shows the HP logo, and then it goes to a black screen where it adjusts to all of your personal settings and stuff, because you can see, like, because when the screen starts up it's always at max brightness, but then when it finally loads the settings you can see it dim down, and it stayed at that state for like 3 or 4 minutes before finally letting me get to the login screen. It's almost like the we're finished installing updates thing never even showed up on the screen, because it literally only showed up, and when it did, it said it was at 100%, and it showed up for like 10 seconds maybe. And the HP bullshit that came on the computer apparently isn't compatible with the newer version of Windows 10, so when I updated it and it tried to boot that application, it couldn't. But that's also because I used the update tool to make sure I have the latest build of Windows and stuff like that, per my friend's recommendation, which I honestly shouldn't have done. I don't know, I don't know crap about computers, so it's always shit for me, because when my computer doesn't work, I don't know where to start when it comes to fixing it. At least, like I said, with Windows 10, because with Windows 10 everything is all fucking weird. You can't even put the fucking thing into safe mode unless you're already on the computer. Because it boots in safe mode fine, and it boots instantly in safe mode. It's when I boot it out, when I do a normal boot, is when it has a hard time starting. And I don't know what is causing it, because I've removed most of the bloatware at this point. Most of the shit that comes on it that doesn't help the computer at all. Like, they have an HP accelerometer thing that was supposedly helping its efficiency, but it didn't seem to be doing much, as far as I could tell. I don't know, I've been trying to get my computer to the point where it doesn't crash without needing other people's help, but I haven't managed to do so yet. And like I said, it could be hardware related, in which I wouldn't even know where to test that except for with like programs that you download from really sketchy websites, and I hate going through that shit. It's just asking for a fucking virus, you know what I mean? I don't know, we'll see when we go back inside if it crashed. It was running fine for weeks. Of course, it always has some errors in the Windows log, but a few errors never kill the computer as far as I know. Most computers have ways of dealing with that, I would imagine. Or I would hope, anyways. Seems like everything's working. Now for a cigarette, if you're wondering. There's Susanoo. Can't remember why I was saving those. no soul matching plus value inheritance on any of these. It really sucks. Yeah, so you need plus value inheritance to level stuff up above 50. I figured I might as well do it with the thing that'll give me the most defense. There's really no point to doing it with other things. Let me turn that off real quick. There we go. But chat is back and everything, so I can read chat again. Really? Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Excuse me. Gotta press that block button, man. I was gonna do a little bit of random encounters just because that's normally my favorite thing to do. Not dojo. Basic random encounters. Almost called it basic encounters. Foxhole? That was weird. Holy shit. I had a heart attack that I pushed him in. The arrows move too slow, man. What the fuck? There we go. He didn't stay in the cheese. And again, you can't open doors or do anything, so. Computer doing now? Microsoft Office? Why is that running? Sorry, dude. Are you kidding me, dude? All you had to do was rest at the fucking shrine. All he had to do. God damn it, man. After this guy, if we don't beat the boss, I'm just gonna go back into the abyss for a little bit. My PS4 hasn't had a game crash on it in a while. Of course, that's probably the whole reason I even thought of it, is probably because it's about to happen. I don't know how I predict things like that. Hey, it's this guy again. Please, just rest at the fucking shrine, dude. Oh my word, this all would have been avoided if you just rested there. It's not like he was that critical. It's not like... I don't understand people's infatuation with not getting the shrine there. He's not the only person I've seen do that. Please don't take a fire buff. Oh. I was like, where is the fire buff? He took a fire buff. I fucking knew it. He either took one of the fires and got rid of it, or never lit that third one. Don't ask me. Alright, let's empty out that garbage that we just got. There's nothing even in those tabs. I didn't even get a divine weapon at all. Here, I'll try and get up to... I'll try and get up to 180 tonight. Oh, Twilight. We made it. Thanks. Sorry, PS4. We spend this in Rita. Did the power just go out in the back of the trailer? No. That's where I heard the rakers flip. What the hell? Let's kill this arrogant guy. With any luck, we'll get the purple he has. I wish quick change would just instantly trigger. Oh my god. Alright, sorry, I was looking at stuff on my computer. Man, I wonder who the 4 people are who are viewing me who aren't in chat. I mean, I'm not trying to call out lurkers. I appreciate any view, even if you don't have anything to say. It just makes it easier for me to have stuff to say. Still need to get a... Oh man, another Twilight mission? What the hell? He actually had durability. Get trolled. Oh, you... Is that all the attacks you're gonna use? What are you, a wannabe Jin Hayabusa? Stop it, skank. How are you even supposed to do an Omnio build? Even with Omnio casting speed up, she'd still fuck your face. There we go. Worked that time. This one. Oh, I can deal with this guy. Dealt with. Oh, they're not actually a guy. Nice. Hey, Legendary Jeweler. Thanks for stopping by. Even if it is just to come and hear me rage some more. Oh. Alright. I say alright too much. I feel like every stream I say that like 30 times, at least. At least I can lighten up someone's day. The baby rage. Just imagine the part in Tenacious D with Jack Black sitting on the bench. I would do it, but I'm not a singer. No, don't be scared. Oh shit, did I lure the umbrella? Yes, I did. Fuck, I'm dead now. Oh, thanks. The fox actually saved my fucking life. I don't want to lock on to you. Well, I'm pretty much gonna die here because I'm stuck in an infinite loop of this bullshit. Wouldn't even be a problem if fucking low stance and dual swords did actual damage. Oh my fucking word, I swear. Sloth me one more fucking time. Of course he would be able to detect me. Why not? It's not necessarily that I'm bad at singing, I just don't like singing. And I'm trying not to be too loud. And in order to sing properly, you normally have to sing loudly. It's hard to sing softly. People who can sing softly, now those are people who have talent. God damn it, I timed it wrong. You can get him in the infinite backstab chain, you just have to time it right. I call it a backstab. It's just a hit from behind, but it makes him fall back onto the ground. Oh man, everybody dipped at once. Oh well. Guess I'm not interesting enough because I'm using cheese instead of making myself suffer. Trying to use shitty weapons like the spear. Cool, you do that. hate that so much. I'm dead. And he's just gonna throw another one out at me, isn't he? I just hate the projectile spam that they do at long range. Every one of these bosses does the same fucking shit. Deadoed. The circle of slaughter. Welcome to the Hisahide Circle of Slaughter. Oh my dicks. Stop it, little spider. God damn it, I can't deflect if you shoot at the same time. Holy shit. Fucking hate these things. Fucking A! Of course it didn't hit his horn. Of course it didn't. Only one attack gets the hit on the horns, guaranteed. So dumb. Fucking retarded ass enemies. Too much damage. Can't effectively deal with that shit. Especially when there's multiple enemies. And the enemies cause hit stun, even if you're not looking at them. You know what? Just critical me. There's 0 point in me being alive right now. Actually, it's fine. I'll just let your friend do it for me. Thanks. 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 Alright. Die, fucker. Just get him with the Titanic strength. I have a feeling this is going to be another human boss, but I'll still try and use the axe against them. It's not a human boss, but that's only because they took away his human phase in the Abyss, like I was saying, how they take away boss mechanics. I'm at 178. It's basically impossible to run through this zone. Eat a dick, Tachibana. That skill break, it helps so much with that. It's why I took skill break over skill, I think you can get skill key damage. I was gonna take close combat key damage, but I didn't think it was good enough. Not unless you have an earth weapon. If you have an earth weapon, then close combat key damage is actually a significant amount, even though it's only 8 to 10%. Alright, let's go. Said alright again. Alright, let's whoop this boss. No goofs, no gaffs, no having a laughs. Just goof on this boss. Never mind. There will be gaffing. Well, I was always curious about the build that, the 7-piece set that gives you the 5 elements for status ailment augmentation, although I don't know how useful that would actually be, just because it's such a low amount for all of them instead of it being a lot for a singular one. I don't know, I'm waiting on that second Izanagi ranged weapon. I might have sold one earlier that was that way too, and I don't know. When I was selling stuff, my computer was updating, and it didn't seem like it was going to turn back on for a little bit. Oh wow, that's fair. Come the fuck on. You can't parry that either, if you didn't know. So infuriating. I also forget he puts slow on as well. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Get out of here, you double douchebags. Don't you realize the spear sucks? Well, the stone build, I imagine, would be really, really powerful against certain bosses. Like Psycha Magoichi and stuff. But, I mean, there's already a lot of things that are powerful against Psycha, so... I think I killed him in, like, 3 draw strikes earlier. Oh, I went past floor 180. Oh, well. I'll go until my inventory's near full. Just to try and catch up with you. Shit. That was bad timing. I figure Oda Nobunaga would at least be on the combat skills of Hideyori, but no. Tengen doesn't do him any favors. I don't know, if you're looking for different builds to try, I mean, you can try stuff like this. This is the one I was talking about. Magatsuchi. Yay, Twilight! That's what I always wanted. He was number 1. It would be much better against human enemies, obviously, because of the mud jar thing. Because mud jars aren't very useful against normal enemies. It doesn't do anything to them. It only does stuff against people who heal. Hit me again, I fucking dare you. I fucking pressed circle and triangle. These fucking enemies are so horse shit. Would your horn get broken already? Holy shit. Fucking pile of dog shit. Wait, that's right, I used super when I was detected, so it goes away, because that makes sense. That's how game mechanics work. Because I'm not using catwalking, which I need to do already. How long does catwalking last? Forever? Oh wait, no, I can see it going down. I mean, I guess it makes sense that it would last a long time. Why wouldn't it? Only Team Ninja would make it not last a long time with their irrational game development decisions. Wow, catwalking makes a huge difference. I never really knew how of a difference it makes. I just put it on for the hell of it. It's not like it does anything in the boss fight. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that did as much as it did. I wish you could get Shima Saklun's hat. This is the last floor I'm doing, and then I'm gonna call it. I know I didn't fill my inventory like I said, my head's just starting to hurt. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna call it here. I would have streamed for longer, but I just don't feel that good. Sorry. I'll be back either tomorrow night or the night after that or something. If I'm not playing with a friend, but I might just stream that instead of not streaming it anymore. I just hate streaming because it makes I hate making people feel like they need to not say certain things because certain people don't have the same, I guess you'd say, moral standards that I do. So some people say things that I don't necessarily agree with, and I don't really like that on my stream. Already had that incident happen before, so I just didn't want a repeat of the same shenanigans. There's certain people I can trust, though. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Sorry for the sync noise and stuff, but until next time, peace out, everyone. Thanks for watching.